Trump is in trouble again, this time as a Trump-appointed judge just dropped a brutal and scathing bombshell directly on Donald Trump. Believe me, this is huge, and Donald Trump is sure to be left freaking out like usual. I genuinely am shocked at how incompetent Donald Trump actually is. He's gone back on every policy position he promised, and all he's doing is leaving his followers out in the dust to be forgotten. How's it going? My name is Hunter Avalone with Occupy Democrats. Welcome back to another video. Now, like I was saying, Trump is constantly in trouble because Trump is a spoiled child slash buffoon who is making constant mistakes. Now things have gotten so bad for Trump that even Fox News is forced to admit that Donald Trump's approval rating is deeply underwater.
We're starting to see some of these 100-day polls come out. Pew Research came out and has the president's approval at 40%, disapproval at 59%. And then Fox also came out with polls with his approval at 44%, disapproval at 55%. That's the lowest that Fox has registered among the last 6 presidents at this point in their term.
If you look at our new Fox News poll at 100 days job approval compared to other presidents, there you see the president at 44%. And you see his first term at 45% at this mark, the 100-day mark. We have other new polls that are revealing some concerns about the economy. Let's talk about that.
And these low approval ratings of Donald Trump really have a ripple effect for the entire GOP, as recently a GOP Town Hall was interrupted by a veteran who was enraged with the Doge cuts.
You're lying! I'm a veteran and you don't give a f about me! Weather Service.
Yeah, that's absolutely spicy, and I love to see it. I love to see even Republicans starting to get fed up with the nonsense that's being done at the hands of Donald Trump. And at this point, the entire country is steadily turning against Donald Trump. He's successfully uniting this country against himself. Even more concerning, amid this tense legal battle over deportations, President Donald Trump is now arguing that undocumented migrants should not be given a trial where they could challenge being removed from the country. But still, Trump seems to be living in his own little world. His approval ratings are down, the GOP is under attack, and Trump is selling a $50 Trump 2028 hat on his website. So Trump's already ignored due process, and he has completely gone over the heads of Congress. Why am I not surprised that he's also not following the Constitution when it comes to term limits? But it's true, Trump does not have any respect for the Constitution, and that's why it's so weird and ironic to hear a bunch of the MAGA supporters claiming that Trump is a patriot. Does a patriot wipe their butt with the Constitution? No? Then Trump is not a patriot. Of course, all of this nonsense has culminated to the moment you've been waiting for, when a Trump-appointed judge has dropped a brutal bombshell on Trump, and this changes everything. Take a look.
In a stunning blow to the Trump administration's immigration crackdown, a Trump-appointed federal judge has just ordered the government to bring back a 20-year-old Venezuelan migrant who was deported to El Salvador last month. And this wasn't some liberal judge defying the president. This was Judge Stephanie A. Gallagher, appointed by Trump himself, who ruled that the deportation of the migrant, known in court documents as Christian, violated a legally binding class action settlement from 2024. Christian was part of a group of unaccompanied minors who had sought asylum and were protected from removal under a prior agreement. But under Trump's latest power grab, invoking the obscure Alien Enemies Act to justify mass deportations tied to gang threats, his administration claimed Christian no longer qualified. ICE even tried to justify his deportation by citing a cocaine possession arrest. But Gallagher wasn't having it. She blasted the move as a clear breach of contract law, ordering not only Christian's return, but also directing the administration to halt all removals of class members until asylum claims are properly resolved. This ruling underscores a deeper fracture in Trump's orbit. his own appointees now pushing back against the chaos, confusion, and constitutional overreach that continues to define his presidency. The infighting isn't just political, it's legal, and it's only getting messier.
Well, this is completely brutal. The Republicans' usual MO would be to label this judge as an activist or a woke liberal, but this judge was a Trump-appointed judge. There's no room for those kinds of insults. And since Republicans can't just engage in an ad hominem attack and then forget about it, they actually have to contend with what this Trump-appointed judge really said. They actually have to deal with the arguments. And that right there is a terrifying thing for any Republican, and especially for Donald Trump.